Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector75. Welcome to another Transformers Beast Machines review. This one is another one from my Loft Haul video, and this time we are doing the really rather awkward looking Mega class Maximal CHEETOR. I was actually really looking forward to getting this guy along when this first came out. I actually got the first, I think it was the first 7 figures. Is there 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. So there was 7 figures. I'm sure I pre-ordered all 7 figures from the Big Bad Toy Store years ago. This, well, this had been like year 2000. This is before we start getting clobbered with the customs charges and everything. So I had no problems ordering from then. You could order as much as you want. They would send it. Still put the value on it, and it hardly ever gets stopped, so that was handy. But obviously nowadays with all the internet traffic and everything like that, yeah, you're always getting clobbered with those bloody customs charges. So anyway, I got this. I was really looking forward to this one, and it was such a letdown. Oh my god, the figure is absolutely dreadful. Probably the best mode is the mode it's in now. Now it doesn't actually look like that normally in the box, but I couldn't figure out how the hell it went back in. That's why his head is buried in the corner, because I know his tail connects on this top bit up here, but I don't know. Anyway, but at least, as I said before in my other video, they all come with the same CHEETOR picture. At least for one figure it works, so there we go. Go to the back of the box. You can zoom in on his little bio there. Yeah, again, you had a picture of the toy rather than artwork, and this is where I feel was a big letdown for the boxes for me, because I did like, yeah, I did like the artwork from like the Beast Wars and everything like that. Now his motto is quick action equals quick victory. I'm sure that's someone out of G1. Maybe someone out there can tell me. I used to be really good with my mottos, apart from some of the really later figures like the Micromasters and that. But it does remind me of someone. Anyway, so that's the box. Now he is, unfortunately, if you can get him to stand like that, you're a very lucky person, because he is overbalanced. Joints aren't necessarily good enough to hold his weight. And can you see here, I don't know if, oh, there we go. Let me bring this in close. I'll show this actually when I transform it. But this little bit coming out the back here is actually a heel spur, and you cannot get it to work right. I mean, you might be able to once in a blue moon, and trying to get these arms to hold this long lanky blooming sword, I had loads of trouble with that, so you're going to run into trouble there. But we'll get to that when we get into robot mode. Now, he was one of the first figures to have a different class figure for each, for each class. So he had and this Mega one. He had another one. Was it a deluxe class Night Slash CHEETOR, which always makes me laugh. And he had the Supreme CHEETOR, which I did buy when I went to Florida back in 2000. I thought, wow, oh, I can see this. It was only like $30 or $40, which back then was about 20 quid, 25 quid, something like that. And I thought, excellent. I managed to get it in a bag and everything, so you know, it's quite a cheap way of getting it. It didn't come out over here as far as I remember. Maybe it did, but I never saw it. But I never opened it. I was planning to, but it had so many wire ties and everything like that, I just couldn't be bothered in the end. I mean, I might do. If I run out of figures to review, I might get it out. It's not the greatest, it has a few issues, but the main problem I had with it is that it was the only Supreme sized toy pretty much, so you couldn't really have it fighting anyone. It was too big. So I never really understood the point of that. But this is probably, if you want my opinion, this is probably when they started doing figures like a variation on the same figure. And releasing it in different class points, or maybe with a certain repaint or something like that. Because Night Slash CHEETOR didn't appear in the cartoon, but it was a better all-round looking toy. But, you know, so we started, and then we had Optimus Primal, then Blast Punch, Optimus Primal, and so forth. Yeah, so, you know, there was a lot of differences as in class-wise. Anyway, right, I've rambled on enough about the box and my thoughts on it. Some people don't like that, but tough, my video. So there we go. Anyway, right, so I'm going to open this guy up. Back in a tick. Right, so here we have him out of his box, and there he is in his cheater mode. Right, so out of the box he does come with his little instruction booklet. Yep. And right, this figure is, how can I put it nicely? It's terrible. It's really crap. It is, how can I put it? It is everything wrong about it that you could find in a Transformers toy. It is what epitomizes a bad Transformers toy. Now then, this is the best way I can get this guy posed, because of the way that it's designed. Right, I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to show you, because you try and move it and it just flops around. This leg, you try and prop it up on this leg, it just moves around because of a gimmick which you use for the robot mode. There's no way of stabilizing it. The ball joints used don't give it, like this one, you can see it's floppy, and they just flop around, and you can sort of get a movement. The ball joints in the feet here just don't give it any purchase, really. I know it's a bit of a slippery, it's not that slippery though. And you can sort of get it propped up like that, but it just doesn't look great. You want a good dynamic pose. Like, I like that where they've given you some articulation in the back to make it look like a cheetah does. But once you've done that, you just cannot get it propped up to any significant degree. It is just terrible. Yeah, it's just a shame. And I have no idea why they've used gold chrome on this head. And I love that light piping. That light piping for his eyes is phenomenal. That is the best thing about this entire figure. You know, it's. I mean, I don't remember him having shiny bits in the cartoon, so I have no idea. They've just obviously put it there to try and make bits stand out for no reason. Maybe to make it look like it's worth the money you're paying for it. Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember how much a mega figure was back in the day. Was that £10? Was a deluxe like $7.99? And how much was a basic? Can't remember. I don't know. Maybe someone can remember out there. But I always thought maybe a deluxe was £10, but maybe the megas were £10. Because I seem to remember buying Optimus Primal and Megatron, the Beast Wars ones, for a tenner each. But I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going a bit off track there. Right, I mean, he does have what they've attempted by a maximal symbol on his thigh there. That's not too bad. These legs are terrible. Anyway, right, let's transform it, because that is it for this cheater mode. Right, easy enough. We're just going to start down here. Right, so we prop these legs up. These legs just basically stay like that. It's not a great thing. We're going to take that bloody tail out, which is going to turn into a whip, or sword, actually. Right. So anyway, and now what you can see what I'm trying to do, right? You're trying to angle these. There's no the ball joint goes in, doesn't go out, so you cannot spread his legs for a dynamic pose. It just goes in, and you've got no bloody chance of posing the bloody thing. I think that's going to slightly change when I transform it, but I can't remember. Right, so we're going to bring it down here. Right, so we bring these arms out and around. Now we're going to turn these around because it does become reversed. This is going to become his back. Now I've got to remember how to do this. This is where all the problems lie with this figure. It's this. When I say problems, it's annoying problems. I think we open this out. Then we've got to start moving stuff around. We open that out, bring this around. You can see his robot head in there. Why is that not coming out? Is that it there? Is that his robot head? Yep, there we go. Oh, right, there we go. So we've got that up. His robot head is now out. That is half the story, really. Now we come round to this, which is the cheetah head. Now we're going to have to slightly open this out. We get this cheetah head in here somehow. It is not the easiest bloody thing, because you can see there's massive clearance issues, and it's supposed to slide in there. Bloody hell, I'll push it down now, it ain't coming out. Oh, there we go. Right, so let's see. Bloody hell, how does this go in? Let's come around it. Right, maybe I've got a, don't know. Right, as you can see, there's a sliding joint there, right? So it slides down. I think it slides down to there. Oh, right, so maybe slide it down, and then once you've got the head in, you can maybe twist it, if you're lucky. Oh, yeah, by the way, his cheater mouth does open and close, but mine is so loose, you just flap it around. Oh, bloody hell, man. No, that ain't working. Right, so I think we've definitely got to try and get it turned around before we stick it in there. Right, hold on, let's get the bloody thing out again. Right, there we go. Right, so we push it all the way forward like that and then force it into place. Right, then that's it. Now we're in business. Right, now then we can start bringing this section up and around. That hopefully gives us some more room to do some other stuff. Is that in? I think this has got to come around a bit more. This is a fucking awful figure, this. Oh, I think it's hitting the fucking top of the cheater head there. It don't want to go down, does it? Yeah, there we go. It's stuck just there. Right, so let's... God, Jesus Christ, this bloody thing. Right, there we go. There we go. I can see it now. Right, I think we got it. Right, so that should allow this. No, it's still not bloody doing the epoxy thing. Maybe it is. Oh, my God, this is fucking awful. Sorry for swearing, but this is not a good bloody figure. That can't be right because that closes up like that. So it's definitely got to go forward a bit more. Hold on. Oh, now I'm getting bloody annoyed. Right. So where are we now? Right. So it looks like it's got to come down still a bit further. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. There. Yes. There we go. We've got it. Another ½ centimetre or something like that. Right. So that should move down now. No, you still don't bloody want to. Move your... It's got caught on... There we go. Just got caught on the top of the cheater head, just on his bloody teeth. Anyway, right. So now then, we've got that. We close that back up. Now we can push this all the way down. Push his head in out. Now, it's supposed to tab just in there. You can see a little tab just under his head. Will it do it? Oh, it sort of... No, it sort of does and it doesn't. Is that supposed to tab in? Yeah, there's a little hole for this to tab in. No idea whether this is going to fit in or not. Yep, it sort of does. So we're on to a winner there. And then we just close that up, and that is going to hide his cheater head at the back there. Right. I think now we're supposed to close this section up on itself. Something like that. That allows us... Oh, yeah, I've got to rotate the bloody legs, haven't I? Right. So that allows us... Now, these should move up, maybe? It looks like they want to. Oh, Jesus, I ain't bloody touching them. It really does look like there's a rotational joint just inside there for these to move up. It don't want to budge. And I don't know whether it's just that I'm not doing it right. Or maybe it don't. Actually, no, I don't think it does. But anyway, right. So that is your basic robot mode. Now then, you are supposed to extend these. It's a bad idea because it's already suffering from bad distribution on weight and everything like that. Trying to prop it up on these bloody legs. Oh my God, just how would you pose this bloody thing? Oh my God, this is awful. I don't even remember it being this bad. Maybe, see, this is, and you end up trying to get it in the most stupidest poses just so you can stand him up. And he doesn't really want to. Let's try doing that. Right. Hang on. Time for plan B. I'm going to hold him. Right, so this is Cheetor in robot mode. I'm going to bring him down here. Now, his robot head ain't actually too bad. It does... Yeah, I thought it had a gimmick with his moving mouth because it looks like he's got a moving mouth. but I can't get that to move too much. It does look a bit weird. It's got good light piping again though. That's good. You're supposed to now put this in this arm. Now this is another bad idea that someone obviously made this. He's probably drunk, this bloke who made this. I'm not totally sure. So you close this up around that, right? Now, I mean, the hands are bad enough, but then they go and give him the most stupidest gimmick. Let's see if I can get this to work, right? Here we go. Oh my god, it don't work. Mine broke. I think I might have broken it, you know. I think it broke a long time ago. I sort of do remember it now because you can see there's teeth in there. Anyway, it's supposed to do something. It's just this figure is all kinds of bad. He does have his spark crystal in there. Right. I don't know what I'm supposed to say about this figure other than it's abysmal. This is probably by far one of the worst Transformers figures you can find. There may be better ones out there, like maybe like Armada Sideswipe. That's a piece of crap. This is taking crap to a whole new level as far as I'm concerned. You can sort of do it if you angle the feet out, but they're just not strong enough. The pins they've used at the bottom of these ankles are just not strong enough to support the weight. If they could have done that, done something with the feet, it could have posed. It just doesn't. It just leans forward and wants to fall down. It is shockingly bad. And so, I mean, look at it. That's how I've got him posed. He just does not want to. I mean, because if you do that, it's just not happening. Sort it. Right, so that is Beast Machine's CHEETOR. Do yourself a favour, don't buy it unless you're a completist. I mean, at the time, I bought it because I was a completist and I had the money and I didn't know how bad that figure was, because back in 2000 there was no YouTube, there was no sites that really reviewed anything, so I had no idea what that figure was going to be like until I literally undone that box and got it out. But these days, luckily, you can find out about things. Do not buy it. It is bad. It is a bad figure. And that's saying something, because I love Transformers, and I can usually look past a lot of bad things about a figure. You know, I usually can, believe me. But this one, I think there was no need for how bad this figure is. It looks either rushed. Like, it's a bit like I heard, you know, the stories of the Masterpiece Megatron, you know, the first version, not the one currently coming out. The guy had 10 days to design it. That's why it looked like it did. It had its issues because the guy had only 10 days to come up with a working transformation and everything. I don't know. I mean, someone did comment on my other Beast Machines Tankor review about that one set of artists did either robot modes or vehicle modes or whatever, or something. And that's where the problems lie. Another person said it was because it was the I Am Transformed and they had to make it look like it was morphing rather than transforming, maybe. So you couldn't have loads of kibble hanging about off the figure like you would get with a normal transform. It could have been something like that. Oh dear. But then you look at Knight/CHEETOR, and that is a goodish figure. I mean, I've never actually opened it, but I've seen pictures. I've watched reviews of that figure. It is a shame, a shockingly bad shame about this figure, because CHEETOR was one of their main characters in that show, and it must have, because they did a Supreme version of Knight/CHEETOR and everything. But to have the first one come out and it was this fucking terrible. And I don't like swearing in videos. I really don't, not anymore. But I will when it warrants it, unfortunately. So anyway, it's got some nice gold plastic on. Not gold plastic, but gold chrome anyway. Right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.